Hey guys, thanks for showing up. This buyer's guide video is all about battle ropes. I'm sure you've seen battle ropes, those big floppy things that a lot of MMA guys have made very popular. What a lot of people don't know is just how truly versatile battle ropes can be. We're gonna go to the gym in just a second to show you some of the stuff you can do with the battle rope. First warning, it was very cold today in the gym. So I'm gonna be bundled up, but that doesn't prevent us from seeing a lot of the stuff that the battle ropes can do. While we're here in a controlled environment, we're going to talk about some of the advantages that the battle ropes do. Yes, it will give you that non-stop motion that you're used to being like this. But let's delve into that move for a second. What it allows you to do is it allows you to do a powerful exercise with zero latency. Let's take a med ball slam where you're here and you're slamming. Then you got to go over, pick up the ball, get it up, and slam it again. In between reps, that's called latency. So if you're going to do 5 or 10 slams, depending on what your program is going to be, that latency in between can get in the way of you getting a really good flow going on. It's kind of like skipping rope. If you are skipping rope and you sort of stumble on the rope, that gets in the way of you developing a really good flow. It also prevents the muscles from occurring fatigue because they get those brief rest periods. With battle ropes, you can slam like as hard as you possibly can. That energy is going to go zipping down the rope back to the tether point, and then you're going to go again and again and again. So it allows you to do super powerful exercises that you might not be able to do in other circumstances. For example, let's say you wanted to go do med ball slams. The med ball slam can be destructive to stuff that's around it. You might not know where that ball is going to go and fly. With the battle ropes, you can do that double-handed slam as much as possible. Now, we're talking about versatility of the battle ropes. You can do one arm waves, 2-arm waves, waves at the same time, alternating waves up and down. You can add a step back lunge. You can add a jump squat to each. There's so much versatility with battle ropes. That's what makes it amazing. When we head to the gym, I'm also going to show you how to fix battle ropes to a pull-up bar. And now you've got a rope system that will work your upper body pulling exercises so much more than a straight pull-up bar will do. Furthermore, when we're talking about some injury prevention mechanisms, I'm just talking about myself, some of the people that I've talked to. There's a tendency to get some shoulder issues after a pull-up day. And that could be a number of reasons, but for me, it has to do with that arm at the end range of motion, right? So that's it. My arm, my shoulder is at the end range of motion, and now I'm producing force. I'm doing a pull-up or a chin-up or things like that. The great thing with battle ropes, especially if you can hook them over your chin-up bar like I've shown, well, now we've got a whole bunch of angles that we can work from. You can do a traditional straight vertical pull. You can do a slightly leaned back, kind of like a suspension training. TRX is like the trademark suspension training system, but there's also a couple of knockoffs that have been released. All suspension training is basically straps, you're hanging from them, and now there's a real big core component to do that. Battle ropes give you that versatility straight out of the box. You just need to fix them up to an existing pull-up bar. Anyways, we're gonna head to the gym, gonna show you a lot of the really cool exercises you can do, and you'll notice 2 different sizes of battle ropes. The thicker battle ropes that I have, oh my God, they're really, really hard. The step up from the smaller size to the bigger size is ungodly. It's unbelievable. It weighs so much more across the entire length of the battle rope. And there's actually a point in the gym segment where I switch to the smaller battle ropes and it feels like a skipping rope. It's unbelievable. The heavier ropes are going to test your grip depending on how big your hands are. If you got bare paws, well then hey, you're good. But for most of the time, it's a bigger, wider rope, and then the smaller ones will be for like general population. It's not really going to test your grip all that much. It will, but it won't test your grip from the hand. It'll actually test your grip from just ability to hold on to it. Anyway, Let's head to the gym and see some of the amazing stuff that you can do with one set of battle ropes. The one major thing you need with battle ropes is space. If you buy a 30-foot rope, you're gonna need 30 feet, or you're gonna need at least 15 feet if you divide that in half. If you buy a 50-foot rope, you're gonna need either 50 feet or 25 feet. But basically, once you've got your space set up, there's so much versatility. Here I'm doing alternating single arm waves. So right arm, left arm, right arm, left arm. And remember I told you about that latency in between reps? With battle ropes, it's immediately taken care of. There is no latency between the slams. Now I'm doing alternating double waves. So both arms are working at the same time with one up and the other one down, and I'm alternating back and forth. The goal is to send power down the line so the rope makes it all the way to the tethering point. The next thing you can do is parallel waves. This is basically not really a slam, but you're wanting to have both waves look identical, getting sent right back down the line. The benefit of this is you can tell if one arm or one side of your body is drastically weaker than the other side. The next thing we're going to move to is alternating power slams. Basically like the first exercise, but I'm trying to put everything I possibly can into these slams. I want to use like a sledgehammer and drive a hole through the floor. Then, as soon as you're done, you can immediately take those same battle ropes, put them over a pull-up bar, and now you've got a suspension training system with ropes that's ready to go. If you don't have a pull-up bar, you can take them to a soccer field, soccer net, anything that hangs over. But again, if you're suffering from the cold, this might not be a good thing to do on a soccer field at this time of the year. But you've got so many opportunities now with hanging ropes. You can do a single rope climb. You can do a bilateral ropes pull. You can treat it like it's a suspension training system and just hold that position. The points of contact are your heels on the ground and your hands on the ropes. Then, if you change to a smaller set of ropes, which I just did, these bad boys feel like skipping ropes now. Your muscles have been conditioned to handle the bigger ropes, and then when you use the smaller ropes, you're on fire. The last little exercise I threw in here are what I like to call rope transfers. Basically, I've got both ropes hanging, and I want a moment of instability where I'm now having to travel with one hand in space to grab that other rope. It is a very difficult exercise that requires a lot of coordination and a lot of core stabilization while you're doing your pulling. From there, you can do traditional suspension training exercises. There's so much you can do with battle ropes. Thanks for showing up.